Welcome back, everybody. So last weekend was pretty epic, right? We did the driving the Huracans around in the snow. That was fantastic. Thanks again to Lamborghini for inviting us up there. That was really an awesome thing to do, and we'll never forget it, of course. I put together that video. It's just kind of a compilation of videos that we took while we were there. I'm told that there's some professional videos and pictures that were taken during the event. So we'll talk about those hopefully in an upcoming episode. Anyway, let's get to the next update. So, as we talked about before, we've been working on the interior. We got this center console. We put that together, 3D printed it all. I had a good model that I found, and then I had to make my own. It's kind of cool. It's got a little a hatch back here that we'll be able to put a phone in. A cup holder here. I mean, come on. Got to have cup holders, guys. I know that the original Aventador doesn't come with a cup holder. Actually, I think it does. I think it back here, there's like some sort of attachment that you can put a cup holder in. But I like mine on the console. So that's what we're doing. We had to move the stick gated shifter right here. The constraints for that were basically the parking brake mechanism that we have that sits below the console. We have filler panels going here and here. So this is for the AC unit, and this one was actually for the different modes of the Aventador, which we will not have. So just a filler plate for that. The dash is in. I don't have it powered up yet because I'm going to redo the electronics. Currently, they're underneath the car. Not a really good spot. So now that we have, let's see if I can do this here. Now that we have a little shelf back here in this area, I think that's where we're going to put the electronics, on this side, through this bottom area here, and then onto the other side over by the passenger. So we'll have a nice little shelf there for all the electronics. It'll keep them dry, keep them safe. It does limit the amount of travel we have for our seats. But, you know, yeah, I fit in the car. I think somebody a little bit taller than me will also fit in the car, even with that constraint, and it'll still be pretty comfortable. We've started on this panel here. So this is the panel that will receive the roof section. There'll be some pins. There'll be a little deck here that will be running across so that we have a sealing surface for the roof. We still have to finish off back here, so I'm going to probably be working on that next weekend, doing the actual rear firewall and closing some of this metalwork here, finishing it off a little bit. And let's go over to the other side and see what we've been doing over here. This is some work we did this weekend where we are doing some filler panels here. You can see that this one, we're starting to French in this guy right here. I've got some other work to do. We've got a holder or a post piece of sheet metal that'll go over this. We have to do the underside of the window frame that attaches to this guy right here. And then we had to have a filler panel here for our windshield frame, since it's a little short of the fender here. The other thing is that we have this gap in here, so I'm going to be working on what we're going to do about that so that we can put in nice filler panels so that it looks factory. So that's some of the things that we're doing on the interior. I think it's starting to come along pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with everything. I'm happy with the look. It's not perfect from the Aventador standpoint. We have a lot of work to do on the doors. They now don't kind of close perfectly, so there's a lot of little nips and tucks that we're going to have to do to the doors to get those to fit properly. And then the last thing is we are still 3D printing like maniacs. I could never get, so if you see behind here, we've got this hexagonal material that we were putting into the rear bumper in this area right down here below the taillights for the fans. And so what we did was I 3D printed these up. Now these are much bigger scale hexagons. I think they look better. They're about a 3-to-1 ratio, and those will go in there. And I'm gonna figure out where I want to mount them. I actually, having it stick out a little bit, I think is a really good look. So having them just recessed here a little bit is looking pretty good. Maybe the camera doesn't do it justice, but it's pretty sweet. I'm gonna be reprinting these taillights. So what we're gonna do is, since I had the real model with us, we want to kind of mimic the real taillights a little bit better than they are here, because I didn't have a good model for them. So that's what we're doing with the 3D printing. Also, I'm 3D printing a cup holder. We'll also put the steering column back in once we are happy with most of the sheet metal that we have in the interior. And then, as I said before, we'll work on the doors. So a little mini update. Hope you guys like the work that we're doing. We're working pretty hard. Xander's helping me 3D print a bunch of stuff, including what we've done on the dash and some of the console. So we're getting pretty close to tying up the structure on the interior. So hopefully you'll see that very, very soon. Anyway, again, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. And obviously I love all of the constructive criticism that we get and all of the thumbs up that we get from people who really love the project. We're trying to bust our butts to get this on the road by August. I've set pseudo deadlines before and never made them. So probably not going to happen. But anyway, we'll give it our best shot. So please keep on watching. Thanks again.